Hey guys, welcome to yet another episode of Football Premier Podcast. ഞങ്ങൾ after 1 week of hiatus from the Premier League, back to normalcy. Normalcy has been restored. ഞങ്ങൾ again ഇത്തവണ വന്നിരിക്കുന്നത് the usual fantasy Premier League session എടുക്കാനാണ്. In-house FPL experts Arun Wilson
Hello.
and Abhishek Harikumar. ഇത്തവണ തുടങ്ങുന്നതിന് മുന്നേ, I mean, before we go to the usual round of discussions, have you guys made any big changes to your team? I mean, international week, we have the risk of a few players playing, not playing. Arilla, injury scares into also players. So, are you guys continuing with your team as is from last week, or are there any big notable changes in your teams?
എൻ്റെ ടീമിൽ മെയിൻ ആയിട്ട് പ്രോബ്ലം ഉള്ളത് മാഞ്ചസ്റ്റർ സിറ്റി പ്ലേയേഴ്സ് രണ്ടുപേര് ഇഞ്ചേർഡ് ആയിട്ട് കാണുന്നുണ്ട്, ഡെ ബ്രോയ്ന, സ്റ്റേർലിംഗ്. സോ ഐ മൈറ്റ് മേക്ക് സം ചേഞ്ചസ്. പിന്നെ വേർണർ ഉണ്ട്. വേർണർ ഐ ഗേവ് 4 ഗെയിം വീക്സ് ആയി, എന്നിട്ടും 3 ഗെയിം വീക്സ് ആയി, എന്നിട്ടും ഒന്നും റിട്ടേൺസ് ഒന്നും ഇല്ല. സോ ഐ മൈറ്റ് സെൽ ഹിം.
എനിക്ക് 9.3 ആയി തോന്നുന്നു പ്രൈസ്.
ആ പ്രൈസും ആ റേഞ്ചിൽ കുറയുകയും ചെയ്തു. പിന്നെ ആക്ച്വലി എന്താ പറയാ, ഒരു -4 എടുക്കണോ ഹിറ്റ് എടുക്കണോ വേണ്ടോ എന്നുള്ളൊരു കൺഫ്യൂഷനിലാണ് ഞാൻ.
അഭിഷേക്,
എനിക്കൊരു 2 ഫ്രീ ട്രാൻസ്ഫർ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ഐ വാസ് ആക്ച്വലി തിങ്കിങ് വെദർ ഐ ഷുഡ് യൂസ് ഇറ്റ് അപ് ഫ്രണ്ട്. സോ one side I was thinking international break കഴിഞ്ഞ് വരുമ്പോഴത്തേക്കും there was going to be injuries or not. At the same time, price increases ന് മുന്നേ 1-2 പ്ലേയേഴ്സിനെ എടുക്കണമെന്ന് എനിക്കുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. So I've taken one player in Chilwell basically. I just read that he was actually injured, but he may actually feature against Southampton, I believe. So when Chilwell എടുത്ത് വെച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്. The other free transfer I have not yet used. So I'm going to see, because I have De Bruyne in my team and looks like he's an injury scare as well. So depending on that, maybe I will take I'll use my second transfer, or maybe I'll just hold on. I'll decide until the last minute.
Yeah, I mean, Chilwell match, England match കണ്ടപ്പോൾ Chilwell injury should not be that big a scare. Mostly he got taken off so as not risk his game time maybe, but as such ഒരു പ്രശ്നം തോന്നില്ല. Even De Bruyne നോക്കാണ്. I think the bigger scare, if folks have Sterling, is Sterling has a hamstring injury that is recovering from. International squad, international match like travel ചെയ്തിട്ടില്ല, so he might still be recovering faster, but that might be a scare because I mean, anyway, injured ആയാലും അല്ലെങ്കിലും പെപ്പിന്റെ ടീമിൽ you never know who's going to start in the first place, and especially even Champions League matches are going to start soon. He might not risk Sterling എന്ന് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു. Also given he has Mahrez and Bernardo Silva who are able backups at the thing. Anyway, okay, let's do the usual rounds first. So 10 matches, which ones are you looking forward to the most in terms of maximum point haul? I mean, traditionally big scoring match from an FPL point of view, let's say in the last 5 seasons 3-4 times has been Man City, Arsenal, and we have that fixture right ahead. Merseyside derby is another good shout because I think both the teams are both the teams alleങ്കിലും the blue side team is at least in quite a good form. Not that Liverpool are gonna play bad, and that can actually potentially be another big point haul. എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നില്ല മാനെ കളിക്കുന്നു, but anyway, what do you guys think? Which match are you looking forward to most?
Actually it's a bit confusing. ഇപ്പൊ നീ പറഞ്ഞ ഇപ്പം ജിതിൻ പറഞ്ഞ ഈ 2 മാച്ചസും അല്ലാതെ Man United has very high pressure to deliver. അപ്പം അത് can be pretty aggressive from United players more, I feel. പിന്നെ Spurs will definitely score, and West Ham is also playing good, so that also can be a high scoring match. പിന്നെ ഉള്ളത് Leicester has to bounce back from that defeat from West Ham. പക്ഷേ Aston Villa, they're playing Aston Villa. Aston Villa is in super high spirits, so that
Leicester
will be
playing at home, right?
Leicester playing home, yeah.
Leicester playing home, right, against Aston Villa. I'm personally thinking maybe Chelsea, Southampton will see a few goals over there. So Southampton, if they play the high line, I'm not sure if they will do that. The last 2 times they did it, it didn't really go well for them. I'm thinking Chelsea, Southampton will be a lot of goals in it. And maybe Sheffield and Fulham. Fulham defense up there, right to Tonala. Sheffield definitely. I don't think they have a win yet, so they might be going all guns blazing for that particular
Yeah, I mean,
match.
glad that
These
we
two
we
and other people have goals.
yeah, I mean, glad that we came to that point right ahead. Sheffield in the attacking returns from Sheffield teams has been next to nothing this season, so to speak. And അങ്ങനത്തെ ഒരു അവസ്ഥയിൽ റയൻ ബ്രൂസ്റ്റർ ഷെഫീൽഡിലേക്ക് വന്ന സ്ഥിതിക്ക് at 4.5 you actually may have someone you should not overlook. അല്ലേ?
രണ്ട് ടീമിന് actually they have not won anything yet. So
one interesting stat is that Sheffield have considered a lot of chances by set pieces. So I think this may be a good match for Mitrovic, provided he gets the service. So I mean, I have Mitrovic in my team. I was thinking of maybe moving him out, but I'm kind of thinking I'll retain him for this particular week. This might be a good game for Mitrovic.
Yeah, fair point. I mean, like I said, Sheffield actually have considered quite a good number of set piece attacks, goals to consider ആയിട്ടില്ലെങ്കിലും they are far more let's say prone to conceding big chances from set pieces. So Mitrovic maybe, but Fulhamle quality delivery തരാൻ I'm not sure if there are enough people, but let's see. Yes, going ahead, fixture undo. I personally have quite a good amount to make up mini league, so I'm pinning my hopes on the wildcard that I'm using. Are Everton, the Everton on form, on fire attacking players must have in the team, you think, given the form as well as the fixtures that they have ahead? James Rodriguez and Calvert-Lewin, maybe even Richarlison. He in that Everton, he might be a differential pick within those three because folks are likely to go for James as well as Calvert-Lewin. But at least one is a must-have, you think, at least for the immediate 6 weeks?
Yeah. I mean, definitely, if you have all three or two of them will be or is a must-have. Because Calvert-Lewin international break score ചെയ്തു, റിച്ചാർലിസൺ ഇന്നലെ സ്കോർ ചെയ്തു അവരുടെ ക്വാളിഫിക്കേഷൻസിൽ വേൾഡ് കപ്പ് ക്വാളിഫയേഴ്സിൽ he scored. പിന്നെ James is actually had a break, so I think definitely he's going to perform. So Everton രണ്ടുപേരെങ്കിലും must have ആണെന്നാണ് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നത്. I mean, if you have the budget,
regardless of the opposition as well. So I think it's a safe, but if you double up on the Everton assets, I think that's going to be a good buy.
Okay, moving on before we go to our final section. Let's say international break and wild card എടുക്കുന്ന ആരായാലും അല്ലെങ്കിൽ if folks have 2 free transfers, the popular options are definitely going to come in. Son Kane, James, Calvert-Lewin.
Yeah,
there are going to be many within your mini leagues who are going to own those players. So can you think of, or who would you suggest as differential picks that are more on the safer side than a hit and miss? And a mini league, the ones who are on the bottom might need some differentials to get their ranks up. So any differentials that you would like to suggest?
Crystal Palace defenders, they have a very good set of fixtures coming up. So there are a lot of greens over there. I know they've not been doing very good, but if you pick up a Crystal Palace defender, I think most of them will come for around 4.5. I think Van Aanholt to put him injury scare, so if you keep that aside, I think you can get a 4.5 defender, and I believe they might at least give you around 3 clean sheets in the next 5 to 6 games. So that's a no-brainer, I would say.
I mean, if Leeds are going to push again, like how they did against rest of the teams, Wolves are going to struggle, I feel. So that will be a really good match to watch. I think I have a feeling that the entire differentials I'm going to put it on the Leeds players.
Oh, interesting. കാരണം എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു ഫിക്സഡ് ഡിഫിക്കൽട്ട് റേറ്റിംഗ് മാത്രം നോക്കി ടീംസ് സെലക്ട് ചെയ്തവർ ഡെഫിനറ്റ്ലി വിൽ ഹാവ് സം വൂൾസ് പ്ലേയേഴ്സ്. കാരണം വൂൾസിന്റെ നെക്സ്റ്റ് നാലും മാറിൽ 2 difficult rated matches. But in hindsight, Leeds is not a 2 rated difficulty match given what we have seen from the start of the season. So maybe you might want to hold back on the Wolves players. On that note, in Nelson Semedo looks quite a decent differential. I don't know, 5.5 million price tag. It's not on the lower side for a defender, but based on what I've seen from the last match, he actually got into the box quite a number of times, and he plays New team 3-4 3-5 he plays right ahead of the your back three, even Roman size for that matter. So Wolves defenders are not bad picks in my opinion, but maybe clean sheets might not be as easy to come by as it looks. That's what I feel.
So I mean, they have good fixtures coming up. I mean, so definitely not a risky option or safer bet. Only thing is like Leeds, they will keep on attacking for sure, and they're playing home. So I don't see Wolves as a very Wolves എന്താ പറയാ മാഞ്ചസ്റ്റർ സിറ്റിനെ അഗേൻസ്റ്റ് ഒക്കെ കളിക്കുന്ന പോലെ ആയിരിക്കും. If they have that counter-attacking plan against Leeds, they will concede, I feel.
Okay, and one last thing before we go to the captain picks. Is Martinez a must-have in the team? Given clean sheets this season, adhigam undu enakku thonunilla, going by the trend that you see in the first 4 game week. So apart from McCarthy and Martinez, I don't remember many keepers getting more than 2 clean sheets at all. So Martinez is a good shout if you're anyway rebuilding your team.
Yes, I feel that he is also a penalty saver.
I think he could get a few bonus points as well in terms of saves. So, and Aston Villa fixture difficulty list, I think they're also they have decent set of fixtures coming up. So I'm thinking, Martinez is a good enough price.
Okay, moving on to the probably the biggest question week in week out, who to give the captaincy armband on. Personally, I think I'm not thinking personally. I have given it to Harry Kane for now. Home to West Ham, London's match. I think it's a set and forget kind of week for Kane, given the form that he is in. Adallade oru sure shot captain for big point haul undo enakku thonunilla. Pep might have been a good, Pep's team might have been a good shot, but you never know who's going to start there. Away match against an informed Everton, so I'm not sure if Salah is the best option that you have, but Salah always proves you wrong the moment you don't pick him as the captain. So as of now, I have put it on Kane. What do you guys think?
I'm also slightly moving towards Kane or Son.
Same here. I was thinking Kane all this while, but again, as you said, this is the right time to be a differential captain. So the usual suspects, I don't think may score a lot of goals. Salah would have been a natural choice, but I think he's playing away. I don't really want to try that out. Maybe Kane would be a decent enough option, or maybe I don't know, maybe one of the Chelsea players as well. I think people who have Werner on the team, I think they should give it a try. And I think I've said the last time as well, but game, and I think it's a good enough option. Werner, and it's a differential thing, so I think you might even do good.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say the same thing. For all you know, Lampard might play Werner right through the middle this time because Pulisic is back. So he might play Pulisic on the left and Werner on the center. And penalty Lampard Werner duck മാറ്റിക്കോട്ടെ പറഞ്ഞ് കൊടുക്കില്ല എന്ന് ഏകദേശം തീരുമാനമായി കഴിഞ്ഞ കളി കണ്ട അവസ്ഥയ്ക്ക്. But maybe a decent shout. Yeah. Okay, I think that's pretty much covered all the interesting topics. The last section, as usual, the Football Premi Group this season machine learning based algorithm try ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട്. Not something that we've developed on our own. We've credits to the AI Arsenal Git report that we've taken it from. Each season, I mean, each week, predicted big point dollars are the ones that you have on your screen right now, the 15 players. How the algorithm works is, every week, based on prior matches, we predict the players who are likely to score, the top 5 players from each position. And interestingly, Abhishek Barney, Ramsdale ആണ് ഈ വീക്കിലെ predicted highest scoring goalkeeper. Motivational team that Abhishek might completely disagree for an actually good reason, in my personal opinion, but Ramsdale is the goalkeeper who is predicted to have the highest points. Usual suspects in midfield. Surprising pick is George Baldock against Fulham, which again is something that Abhishek might disagree.
But just to say that the FPL ഇതുണ്ടല്ലോ അതിന്റെ പേര് FPL picks, expert picks, അതില് ബാൽഡോക്ക് ഉണ്ട്.
നമ്മുടെ FPL എക്സ്പെർട്ട് പറഞ്ഞത് ബാൽഡോക്കും റാംസ്ഡേലും തീരെ വേണ്ടതാണ്. സോ വി ഗോ ബൈ ദാറ്റ്, വി ലിവ് ബൈ ദാറ്റ്. Usual suspects in the forward as well. So
വീക്കെങ്കിലും അടിച്ചില്ലെങ്കിൽ അവനെ പിടിച്ചു.
I mean, of course, there is one caveat. I think injury scare and prior FPL history is something that this algorithm does take. So newcomers lesser weightage and usually get from what we have seen. So don't take everything by word. But then again, നമ്മുടെ algorithm prakaram Indaki team sits at 550k global rank as of today. So there is something that you might need to pick up. Also, on your screen right now is the best starting 11 predicted by the algorithm. Surprisingly, no Harry Kane, no Mo Salah. Presumably because you have lesser funds for the other spaces. On average, I think 56 to 60 points on your team predicted. Let's see how that goes next week. So, thank you guys. Thank you, Arun. Thank you, Abhishek, for joining this session. International break, I hope, we hope you have a good FPL week coming up. As usual, we're a group of very passionate and very authentic football enthusiasts from the land of Kerala. ഞങ്ങൾ സ്വയം താല്പര്യാർത്ഥം മാത്രം കൊണ്ട് തുടങ്ങിയതും കൊണ്ട് നടത്തുന്നതും ഒരു പോഡ്കാസ്റ്റ് ആണിത്. We more than welcome any feedback, suggestions, as well as comments on all our content. So please do watch all our videos, like, subscribe, share, spread the word. The more the merrier. And last but not least, we have our own FPL mini league, football Premi League. There are prizes to be won at the end of the season. So go ahead and join if you have not already. Thank you guys. Thank you for joining. See you on the next episode. Cheers.
Yes.